Christmas Eve, babe, in the drone time, an old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old mountain dew. I turned
on the corner, then danced through the night. The boys in the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. My husband's going to come back and join us in the play along. Meantime, let's go through this because this was a strumming nightmare. I should share with you that it's got an A chord, it's got a D, and I play my D like this, but I'll link up here and down below. There are other ways to play D. There's also a G. Oh, and there's several ways to play G as well, but this is how I play them, with peace or bunny foo-foo fingers, and then my ring finger goes on the E string 3rd fret. There is also an A7, easy peasy. There's a D sus2. It's kind of like a D chord, except for you're leaving off the E on the 2nd fret, so just, as we say, 2 2 0 0. The other chord that we need for the song, we need it for the fast parts, is a B minor. I bar mine across and then add my ring finger like that. Like, I have an exercise to help your barred chords as well, and it uses what we call B minor shape in it. I hope you're still on board with me here. Well, of course, if you're listening to me, you are on board. Give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Thanks to everybody that has done that. And thanks so much to my patrons, all y'all. You help make this channel possible. And this song was a request by my patron Jerry in the UK. Thank you so very much. We love this song, and I did not know it. So I am ever grateful for your suggestion. Thank you so much. Okay, let's dive in. I found this to be very complicated to figure out the strumming, but I've tried to figure out strumming patterns that will work for everybody. And first thing that I want to say right off the bat is you could do this with all down strums and it'll work. I'll show you how that fits in with the timing, and off we go. In the slow section, everything gets 4 beats. And each time a chord plays for 4 beats, I've got it written in the chord chart. So grab a chord chart. There's a link down below. It's for the patrons. You support this channel, and then you also support my charity efforts, and you get good rewards. Trust me, every graphic you see in this video is going to be in that chord chart as well, with a few extras thrown in. In the slow section, I'll put it up here so you can see it. The strumming is going to be down, down, up, down, down. Of course, you're playing here, not up there. But the reason I put a down, up on beat 2 is because there's less vocal activity at that point. So I thought I'd throw in a little extra ukulele activity, but you don't have to do that down, up. Whenever you feel like it, just keep that 4 per beat going. And so if you want to just, it's Christmas Eve, babe, 2 3, in the drum tank, 2 3, an old man said to me. Oh, and that gets us to our next tricky thing. You ready? When you see chords in yellow on the chord chart, that means that they share 4 beats. And the way they share them is the first chord gets 3 beats and the last chord gets 1, which is kind of unusual. Usually they share equally, but not in this song, which makes it challenging. Let's take a look at this line. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, and then you're back to that. So let's just practice that slow section, and let's just do it slowly, and let's just take out those pesky lyrics and put in the box diagram. Let's look at this box diagram before we play it together. If it has a chord with a slash, it gets just 1 down strum. And so if you see here, it's just all down strums up between 3 different chords. I will talk you through this. We'll get it through it together and you'll be better for it. Let's do it. 1, 2, here we go. A, down, up, down, down, A, 2, 3, ba-da, D, down, up, down, da, G, down, up, down, down, and D, down, up, down, G, A, down, up, down, A7, D, down, up, down, and G, down, up, down, down, and D, down, up, down, G, D, D, A7, D, down, up, down, and G, down, up, down, down, D, down, up, down, G, A, down, up, down, A7, D, down, up, down, down, G, down, up, down, down, D, down, up, down, G, A7, D, D, D. And I'll have timestamps down below so you can pull this section up and practice some more if you need to. Well, then we have to do the fast strumming part. Technically, this is in 12/8 time. Each chord gets a down, down, up, down. So down, down, up, down. So it happens pretty fast. Down, 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 down. First, you have to do light strumming, because the only way that you can go fast is if you really lighten up. And I don't know if you noticed, I have a low G on this instrument. I'll put a link down below to my favorite G strings. I've got to have a high G and a low G ukulele in my mind. Okay, back to the business at hand here on this chord chart. You could do a down strum on each chord. It would sound like this. Cars, big as bars, you've got rivers of gold. The wind goes right through you, there's no place for the all. When you first took my hand on that cold Christmas Eve. That sounds fine, right? And particularly if you're a solid singer or you're with a group that's got some solid singers, just do a down strum. No need to, beat yourself up because you don't want to go that fast. I get it. 1, 2, 3, ready, begin. D, down, down, A, down, up, down, B minor, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, D, and B, and D, down, up, down, G, D, down, up, down, 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 up, down, A, and D, down, up, down, 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 up, down, D, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, A, down, D, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, A, down, up, down, D, down, up, down, G, G, down, G, A, and D, D, and B minor, and D, G, A for Christmas Day. Okay? So that gives you an idea of how to sort this out, and you can use speed controls on YouTube here to make it faster, and you can move it by 10%. Maybe I should do a video on that. Anyway, I have a video on that. I'll link it up here and down below. So you can speed this up if you like, or slow it down even further. Well, the problem as a ukulele arranger is like, how do you boil something down so that it just all fits on one instrument with a singer? It's kind of like, a novel adapted for a movie, or even better, a TV show, but still, you gotta shrink it down. So what I did is I put in a slow transition and then a fast transition. So the slow transition just looks like this. After you go from, it's a better time when all our dreams come true. Then you go G, down, up, A, down, up. And then the fast, you go D, D, G, by yourself, you can set your own tempo for that. But you know, something that I have to do in my head is be thinking, how fast do I really want to do it? And I'm thinking that on that G and A. So I'm going D, D, G, A. Like cars begin spires, they've got rivers of gold. Like that. And that fast interlude comes several times. Oh, but there's another slow interlude. Let's talk about that before we dive in. And by dive in, I mean the history nerd section, which I hope you stick around for, and then the play along. In my chord chart, I put it in green so you can kind of do what's called audiation, hear the tune in your head as you're playing this, but you go back to the slow verse playing for this. So I'll play it for you. 1, 2, here we go. G, da, 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 G, da, 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 D, da, da, G, A, da, da. I could have been someone, and it gets in like that. This song was written by the masterminds of the Pogues, Jem Finer and Shane McGowan, and they started writing it in 1985, and it went through 2 years of revision. It was released in 1987, and it has just gained steam since then. And for like years, how many years? Let me go check. Every year since 2005, it has been in the top 20 Christmas songs played in the UK. And in the UK, it is considered the 21st century's best Christmas song. Well, we're not that far into the century, so I wonder what will be coming next down the pike. Oh, my phone's talking to me. So you know Elvis Costello, right? Well, one of the origin stories for the song says that it was a bet between the Pogues and Elvis Costello that, you know, that they couldn't write a Christmas song. And this is just such an anthem. The boys of the NYPD choir, you know, it just like belted out loud and proud. So that's great. And it was originally written as a duet, and the woman that sang the duet, Christy McCall, her dad is a very famous songwriter in the UK too. I did a tutorial on Dirty Old Town. So that's his daughter, and she died tragically. We're basically rescuing her son, getting him out of harm's way in a diving accident when there was a Yahoo on a boat that shouldn't have been in the area even because it was a reserve. Tragic death. But I just love her portrayal in the video. And then also I would like to suggest that you listen to Ed Sheeran and Anne-Marie do the song too. I thought that was extremely tasty. Lots of people have covered it, not too many ukulele tutorials out there. Let me know. Did I do okay on this one? As promised, he's back. 1, 2, ready, begin.
Christmas Eve, babe, in the drone town, an old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old Mountain Dew. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. Got on a lucky one, came in 18 to 1. I've got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas, I love you baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true.
But the wind goes right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on that cold Christmas Eve, promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome,
you were pretty, queen of New York City,
with the the band finished playing, they howled out for more.
Sinatra was swinging,
all the drums we were singing. We kissed on the corner, then danced through the night. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. You're a bum, you're a punk,
you're an old lady on John Pine, almost dead on a drip on their bed.
you scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy blackguard. Happy Christmas, you're all sorry, thank God it's our last.
The boys of the NYPD choir
were singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out
for Christmas Day. I could have been someone.
Well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first found you.
I took them with me, babe. I took them with my own. Can't make it all alone.
I built my dreams around you. Boys of the NYPD choir still singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Boys of the NYPD choir still singing Galway Bay, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day. Oh my gosh, we made it. I'm not going to tell you how many takes we took. And you know, it's a lot harder to coordinate with somebody, but I miss it so much, so thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy this. A big special thanks to all my patrons in the UK. What a lovely song, Jerry. We were obsessed with it. We practiced really hard and just enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you so very much. I'll put my Christmas playlist around here somewhere and see you in the next tutorial.